Hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. It is me, back with some encouraging words. At least I hope you find them encouraging. It's been a while. I hope y'all missed me. Anyway, so today I want to talk about procrastination. Yeah, it's one of those things that a lot of us do it, but we like to ignore that we do it or pretend we don't do it when in reality we absolutely know that we do it, right? So today, though, I was struck with this paralyzing, I just realized I forgot to put my under eye corrector on. Anyway, this paralyzing feeling and procrastination. So this feeling was being caused by procrastination. Like, I knew I had things to get done, but it felt like I couldn't move. Like I was overwhelmed, I guess, by my to-do list. Now, so I had made out a to-do list. The thing is on that to-do list, I only listed like the important things that had to get done today, or things that are going to happen today, things that I'm looking forward to today, whatever it may have been. So I only put a few things on this list when I know there's a lot more that has to get done. And if it doesn't get finished, it at least needs to get started. And I did not put those things. So as I was feeling stuck or paralyzed, I kept asking myself, why? What is causing this feeling? Why can't I move forward? Why can't I do what I need to do? Why can't I do the next thing? And at that time, the next thing was simply to dry my hair. Like, I had just gotten out of the shower and I got dressed, and then I was like staring off into space somewhere. Like, I couldn't do the next thing. And luckily I have a friend in my life who absolutely, she loves me and she gets me, and she always walks me through things like this, and she's just awesome. And so I had reached out to her. She hasn't had a chance to respond yet, but in my act of reaching out to her, so as I was waiting for her to respond, then I had this next thought, which was, what would she tell me to do in this instance? What do I think her advice would be? And doing that, I know that she would have asked, okay, well, what's the next most important thing that needs to be done right now? What do you need to do right now? Has to be done. And then I would tell her. And then from there, I could go on to the list, right? So that's what I did. I thought, okay, the next thing I need to do is dry my hair. If I don't dry my hair, it's going to set the way that it is, and I'm going to feel ugly all day long, right? And so, don't get me wrong, I know that I'm not ugly, but we all have that thing that if we don't do it just right, we're going to feel not our best, right? So, I dried my hair, because I knew it had to be dried, right? So I blow dried my hair, and then I was like, okay, now what do you need to do? And I told myself I need to make a real list of things that need to get done today. I've got to purge it from my mind, get it all out. I mean, I have the things that I didn't put on the list were like washing dishes and doing laundry and folding clothes. These were things I didn't put on the list because it's like, duh, of course I got to get that done, right? It doesn't need to go on a list. I know I have to get done. The problem is those things, when they're not out of my mind, they build up in my mind, right? And so it's almost like I'm thinking of the list that I wrote down, and I'm also thinking of the list that I didn't write down, and they're almost clashing because it says if you do this list, then you're not going to have time for this list. in reality, there's time for both as long as I keep moving, right? As long as I don't allow myself to procrastinate and get frozen and paralyzed in this feeling of overwhelming. So the next thing I did was sat down and made a list of all the things I needed to do, including things like dishes and laundry and folding clothes. And I want to give the boys haircuts later today. They absolutely need them. It'll probably get pushed off till tomorrow. Let's just face it. But anyway, but having these things written down clears the clutter, right? It just frees me up to start moving and doing the next thing. So the next thing from that point on was to put my makeup on and to do a video of encouraging words. So here I am doing the next thing. And so I am moving forward, and I'll keep looking back at that list every time I think of something that hasn't been put on the list but needs to be done. And I'll put it on that list so that it is out of my head. And I know it's almost like you think you're going to forget to do it. So you constantly repeat it over and over and over so you don't forget it, right? But if you write it down, you're not going to forget it. At least that's how it is in my mind. I don't know if it's like that for anybody else. But let this be some words of encouragement to you that you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to. You can choose to remain frozen and just feeling that overwhelm and just feeling like, why can't I get things done? Why am I procrastinating? Why can't I just do it? You can keep beating yourself up, or you can take action. You can choose to take action today. Write it down. Include all of the little things that are on your mind. Nobody's going to look at this list anyway unless you want them to. If you need someone to say, hey, you need to get this done, or accountability, or if you need someone to pat you on the back for getting it done. Some of us need that, and so there's nothing wrong with either one. If you need, I'm one who needs one or the other or both from different times depending on what I'm going through. What will you choose today? Do you need a day of rest? Sometimes we just need a rest. Sometimes our to-do list really is overwhelming, and we just can't imagine doing it. And so on those days, I feel like, okay, today's a day of rest. I need to just rest. But if you feel like, no, I am well rested, I rested yesterday, I need to get things done today. And my advice to you is to write a list. Write it down, every little thing, and then keep it in your phone so that throughout the day, as things pop up in your mind that need to get done, you can add it. The idea is to keep our minds from repeating it on a loop, which makes it feel like it's 500 jobs instead of 5, right? So we get it out of that loop in our minds so that we won't forget it. We'll remember it because it's written down, right? And if we forget it, honestly, who cares? It'll still be there tomorrow, right? So we're just kind of playing a mind trick on our mind, right? That, okay, well, it's out. It's written down. I'm not going to forget this, So be encouraged today that you can choose. You can choose. You don't have to be a victim of overwhelm. You don't have to be a victim of procrastination. You don't have to be that victim. You can take charge of your life. You can start doing the things that you want to do. Just do it. Have an awesome and blessed day. And remember that you are a blessing. You are a blessing to this world. You're a blessing to the people in your life. Don't hide away. Don't stay locked up in your house. Don't stay hidden from everyone else. Don't stay cooped up, or not cooped up, but trapped in your schedule. Don't stay that way, because you are meant to bless others. You are an incredible person. I believe that wholeheartedly, because God doesn't make mistakes. And so you are meant to bless others. Have an awesome day.